Hi, my name is Hailley Fargo. I'm the head of Education and Outreach Services, and I'm also the program head for our Library Informatics program. So for me, scholarship as conversation is all about each topic, discipline, area of interest is having some sort of conversation about the topic, about where it's been, where it's going. And for us as emerging scholars, we want to join that conversation about a topic or something that we're really interested in. And it's about being able to understand who the players are in having that conversation and remembering that the conversation is not linear, it's not always inclusive, and it can often be in a bunch of different pockets. And so part of our job in doing research is to figure out who's having the conversations and how do those conversations come together, and how do we add our own ideas and insight to the conversation. So I think the best real-world example for scholarship as conversation is probably something that you do on a regular basis. So think about a topic or an area of interest that you really care about. So for me, I love the Bachelor franchise and reality TV. So when I'm having a conversation with someone who shares a similar passion and interest about The Bachelor, we're having a really intense conversation. We're talking about past seasons, we're talking about different contestants and what they've done afterwards. We might be referencing podcasts we listen to or articles we've read online, or maybe a book or different things like that. And so that conversation is moving really quickly. We're exchanging lingo and jargon and insight, and it's a really exciting conversation, right? And so if you think about a conversation that you've had about something you really care about, it's really exciting to be talking to someone who knows the same amount or maybe even a little bit more or maybe a little less than you do. And when you think about someone trying to enter that conversation that is a novice or doesn't know as much, the conversation shifts, right? So if someone joins this conversation about The Bachelor, but they don't know who the people are, then me and that other person will need to take time to kind of back it up and explain who the characters are, how the show works, what the process is, some of the things that would help that person start to better enter that conversation. And so you can also think about if you're trying to enter that, it can feel really intimidating to not know all that lingo, and to feel like it's a little bit slower paced conversation. And so for us, as we do research, we're always trying to learn more about that conversation so we can eventually get to that point where we're having this fast and interesting conversation where we're also in contributing our own knowledge and insight. So scholarship as conversation fits into information literacy because as we do research and as we work on different projects or enter our discipline, we're going to want to be able to be part of that conversation, right? That's how we can help contribute our knowledge and our expertise to the wider field or area of study. And so being able to know who are the people having this conversation about your topic, but then also being able to contribute to the conversation is going to make you a stronger learner, scholar, human, all of those things. So if you want to dive into scholarship as conversation, one of the best ways to do that is to find a piece of information on your topic. So maybe a journal article, for instance, and then start to look at the citations. Who is that person citing to tell you more about the topic? And once you look at those citations, then start to locate those citations. So go to Steely's Library's homepage, do a search for that article, start to pull those things together. And as you do that, you'll want to start noting who are these different scholars that are having this conversation. And it's often a really exciting feeling when you find a piece of information and you see a citation and you know exactly who that author is, right? And that's a good indicator that you are really starting to be part of the conversation and you're getting ready to contribute to the conversation yourself. So as a student, you should care about information literacy because it's something that you're going to do for the rest of your life. So while you're here at NKU, you're doing different projects, you're doing those research things, but then in your own personal life outside of NKU, you're still going to be doing research. And so knowing how to find information, how to evaluate it, how to think about it, and then in scholarship as conversation, who the other people are that are having this conversation on your topic is going to really set you up for success. Go North!